Mr. Speaker, I'm most grateful for the opportunity to deliver my closing remarks as the House adjourns sine die for the Christmas holidays and its associated festivities. Mr. Speaker, as representatives of the people, it is time for us to return to our constituents and the good people of this country as the Christmas approaches, as the New Year festivities begin, and as the year ends. Mr. Speaker, first and foremost, I would like to commend all of us, and let me join the minority leader to commend all those who have helped us to have a successful meeting of the House. Mr. Speaker, before I delve into the details of my closing remarks, let me just briefly address some issues that the minority leader has raised. Mr. Speaker, our standing orders have made provision, and our Constitution has made provision for this House to be able to act expeditiously when it so desires. And that is why we have provisions that allow us to bring business under a certificate of urgency. I believe that the certificate of urgency is an instrument that is available to us. It enables us to act with dispatch as a House. I don't believe that the tool of certificate of urgency has been abused by anybody in this House. And this is not the first time that we are utilizing the tool of certificate of urgency to pass legislation. And the use of a certificate of urgency is not meant to gag or prevent the minority from participating in criticizing or critiquing and pointing out difficulties or problems with any policy proposal. Even when we bring anything under a certificate of urgency, we still create room for people who have, issues to raise those issues. And so sometimes when it is presented to the public as if any time that we are passing anything through a certificate of urgency, then there is something that is being hidden, that's not really fair and also misrepresents how this House functions. Mr. Speaker, I'm not aware that there's any attempt to gag the minority by use of investigative agencies. Mr. Speaker, I've been in this House for close to 2 decades. I've been in this House as an opposition member. I've been in this House as a minister. I've been in this House back again as an opposition member, and I've been in this House now, and I'm serving as the majority leader, in and out of power and in and out of the chamber. Why are all those thieves that stole this country's money still walking around in our streets? Why are all those thieves who stole this country's money, and you saw it, still walking in the streets and having the effrontery to be saying the things that they are saying? And I was stunned that, a cleaner in a hotel will confront me so frontally. And he looked me in the face and told me that, leader, we voted you people so that you will fight corruption. We want you to fight corruption. Mr. Speaker, if we don't hold each other accountable and fight corruption, there is no greater threat to democracy than failing to fight corruption. Those of you who know the history of this country, go and check the records. Anytime that a democracy has been overthrown, the first reason that the military dictatorship gives is that there was massive corruption and they were not fighting corruption. So fighting corruption is the surest way to sustain and preserve our democracy, in addition to delivering on social and economic goods. So we will continue to fight corruption. And if fighting corruption is what you misinterpret as attempting to intimidate the minority, so be it. Mr. Speaker, as for the issue about the Israeli retaliatory measures, I can assure you that this country will stand by its citizens. If a citizen gets mistreated by a foreign country, we will retaliate. We will retaliate. And so if Israel has mistreated a Ghanaian, Ghana will retaliate. And that is what has happened. And I can assure you that following our retaliatory measure, the situation has changed, and Israel is now treating our citizens with the kind of respect that they deserve when we get to their airports. Mr. Speaker, I have tried very hard to stay away from the discussions about the question of whether or not President John Dramani Mahama will be seeking a third-term mandate. Mr. Speaker, President John Dramani Mahama indicated in Singapore his view on the matter. President John Dramani Mahama indicated in Singapore his view on the matter. Why the opposition every single day will be discussing the issue of a third term in Ghana, I don't understand. Mr. Speaker, I know that due to the very, very excellent performance so far of John Dramani Mahama, Ghanaians are asking him to seek a third term. I know that. I know that because I read on social media, I listen to conversations, and Ghanaians believe that as a result of the good deeds of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, they don't want him to leave the presidency.
They believe a third term is possible.
And they believe that a third term is possible. And they are demanding for a third term. But John Dramani Mahama has not given any indication that he wants to go for a third term. But I have always said that Ghanaians will be the ultimate deciders of the future of this country. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, why do I say that? Please pay attention. Why do I say that? Next doors in the Côte d'Ivoire, the opposition leaders came to me when I was in the ECOWAS Parliament and complained that the president there wanted to go for a third term. And they were calling on us in West Africa to support them to oppose and prevent the president from going for a third term. So I asked them, the president who is seeking for a third term, is he going to put a ballot box in front of the citizens and ask them to vote for him to go for the third term, or is going to wake up early morning and announce that he is continuing for a third term? And they said there will be an election to determine whether or not he should go for the third term. And I said, go and fight him at that election. Go and fight him at that election. Go and fight him at that election. Mr. Speaker, that is why I say that ultimately, it will be the Constitution, the institutions, and the citizens of Ghana who will determine the future of our country. Mr. Speaker, your guidance and leadership have ensured that our legislative process, though often cumbersome, were conducted within the bounds of parliamentary decorum and democratic responsibility. Why are you afraid of a third term? Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid? Mr. Speaker, even without a third term, look at how we have reduced your numbers. Mr. Speaker, your guidance and leadership have ensured that our legislative process, though often cumbersome, were conducted within the bounds of parliamentary decorum and democratic responsibility. Although the House encountered a low momentum during the debate on the budget statement for 2026, following the ruling of the Tamale High Court that called for the rerun of the Pandai parliamentary election, the House was able to restore order through your seamless leadership. The subsequent decision of the Supreme Court to halt the rerun, which was ordered by the Tamale High Court, reaffirms the strength of our constitutional order, the independence of the judiciary, and the rule of law. As legislators, we must continue to support reforms that strengthen electoral integrity and deepen public confidence in our democracy. I will also take the opportunity to commend the Honorable Minority Leader and colleagues in leadership for their cooperation and collaboration in ensuring that government business was conducted diligently. To the Clerk to Parliament and the staff of the Parliamentary Service, I say thank you for always being there to provide the needed technical support and assistance in the discharge of our mandate. Mr. Speaker, this third meeting, which commenced on the 21st of October 2025, comes to close today, 19th December 2025. The House had 35 sittings within a 9-week period. During this meeting, the House considered the 2026 budget statement and financial policy of government, which is one of the most important businesses that we conducted during this meeting. In pursuance of our financial oversight mandate, the House took the budget statement through rigorous debates and scrutiny, leading to the adoption of the estimates for the various ministries in record time. The timely adoption of the estimates from the various ministries saw the appropriation bill passed. The successful passage of the 2026 budget statement and financial policy of government stands as a testament to Parliament's constitutional duty to scrutinize, debate, and approve policies aimed at stabilizing the economy, promoting growth, and safeguarding the welfare of the Ghanaian people. The budget reflects difficult but necessary choices shaped by prevailing domestic and global economic realities and guided by our collective resolve to place Ghana on a sustainable path of recovery and development. Mr. Speaker, aside the 2026 budget statement and financial policy of government, the House passed a number of legislations and undertook various businesses during this meeting. One remarkable legislation that was passed by this House in fulfillment of the campaign promises of the great National Democratic Congress Party was the COVID Health Recovery Levy Repeal Act 2025. which was subsequently assented to by His Excellency the President on 10th December 2025. This is a testament to the responsible and prudent governance that we promise the good people of this noble country. These actions underscored Parliament's responsiveness to public concerns, economic pressures on households and businesses, and the need to recalibrate our fiscal framework in line with current socio-economic conditions. While revenue mobilization remains critical, this House has demonstrated that taxation must always be balanced with equity, fairness, and the capacity of citizens to endure. Our other legislations include Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Bill, which we considered and passed, the COVID-19 Health Recovery Levy Bill, which we passed, the Value Added Tax Bill, which we passed, Virtual Asset Service Providers Bill, which we passed, the Ghana Education Trust Fund Amendment Bill, which we passed, the 24-Hour Economy Authority Bill, which came and is at consideration at committee, Governance Advisory Council Bill, which came but is at committee stage, Instances Succession Bill, which is also at committee stage, Legal Education Reform Bill, which is at committee stage, Petroleum Revenue Management Amendment, which we passed, Bank of Ghana Amendment Bill, which I believe we passed, Road Traffic Amendment Bill, which we passed, Ghana Sports Fund Bill, which we have passed. Mr. Speaker, we have passed so many pieces of legislation. Now, we know that our promise to the Okada riders that we will legalize Okada riding has been approved by this House, and it has been passed and is now law. And if the necessary administrative mechanisms are put in place, Okada is now legalized. The Sports Fund Bill has also been passed, and when put in place, we have put a mechanism that will enable the raising and mobilization of resources and funds for the development of sports across all sectors. Mr. Speaker, the debates and discussions during this meeting have been without contention. However, disagreement is not a weakness of Parliament, rather it is the lifeblood of representative democracy. I commend members on both sides of the House for their commitment, resilience, and willingness to engage constructively in the national interest, even where we disagree. Mr. Speaker, let me repeat that this country is on the right path. The economy is doing well. Our finances are doing well. Our finance minister is doing well. Our president is doing well. We have suddenly become the envy of all nations around here. Ghanaians are now very proud of their country and very proud of their government. And wherever a Ghanaian is, every other person that I have met have said, we are following the developments in your country and your country is doing well. This is neither a moment for complacency nor for self-congratulation alone. Rather, it is a moment for sober reflection, acknowledgement of collective effort, and renewed commitment to our national development agenda. We inherited an economy burdened by deep-rooted structural weaknesses, reckless fiscal management, corruption, and a severe erosion of both public and investor confidence. Through decisive leadership, prudent governance, and partnership with Parliament and stakeholders, this administration has reversed the decline, stabilized the economy, restored credibility at home and abroad, and firmly placed Ghana on the path of recovery and sustainable growth. Right Honourable Speaker, the turnaround of our economy has been confirmed by Ghana's sovereign credit rating upgrade from CCC+ to B- by Standard & Poor's, and affirmed by the International Monetary Fund in its fifth review of Ghana's 39 months extended credit facility agreement concluded in December 2025. I quote, Mr. Speaker, the IMF said, "Microeconomic stabilization is gaining momentum with strong growth and single-digit inflation for the first time since 2021. The fiscal and external positions have improved and good progress has been made on debt restructuring. These gains reflect the authority's strong program ownership, favorable external development, and improved investor confidence, unquote. This is what the World Bank, the IMF, is saying about Ghana. The successes we celebrate today are also a testament to the unwavering commitment of Parliament. Through your resilience, diligence, and constructive engagement, we have transformed policies into tangible progress, ensure that every initiative contributes meaningfully to national development, and strengthen the foundation of our democracy. The key achievements of this House has been to support the government to ensure macroeconomic stability. Inflation, which was as high as 54%, is now at 6.3%. There is improved national currency performance. The Ghana cedi is stronger against the US dollar now than it has been for many years. We have improved public debt management. Mr. Speaker, the debt, which was 722 billion Ghana cedis, has been reduced to 685 billion Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, we have improved lending environment. As we speak, banks are lending at far, far lower lending rates than they were lending. Mr. Speaker, we have improved and strengthened the economic indicators, GDP growth, international reserves, import cover, sectoral performance have all shown significant improvement, demonstrating the resilience and effectiveness of our economic strategy. These achievements reflect a clear trajectory towards sustainable growth, macroeconomic stability, and financial resilience. Right, Honourable Speaker, I now wish to highlight some of the key promises made by President John Dramani Mahama to Ghanaians upon assuming office and the progress achieved in fulfilling them. Scrapping COVID e-levy, we scrapped e-levy. COVID levy, we scrapped it. 10% levied on winnings, scrapped. Emissions levy, scrapped. Import duty on vehicles and equipment for industrial agricultural purposes, scrapped. Big push policy for strategic infrastructure development launched. So much money, billions of cedis given. Social interventions, no academic fees, policy for first years tertiary institutions, no fee stress implemented, free tertiary education for persons with disability implemented, Ghana Medical Cares Trust, Mahama Cares, free sanitary pads, all implemented, 24-hour economy working, Women's Development Bank, allocations made for this establishment, National Apprenticeship Program, all happening, digital initiatives, 1 million coders program, ongoing, Agriculture Economic Transformation Agenda, Feed Ghana program, all of it ongoing, establishment of Gold Board, very successful. It has helped to stabilize the cedi, strengthen the cedi against the dollar. In conclusion, Right Honourable Speaker, as we approach the Christmas break, let us take pride in these collective achievements led by President John Dramani Mahama and celebrate the resilience and unity of Ghanaians. These milestones are not mere statistics. They are the product of dedication, shared responsibility, and collective action. The future is bright, the path is clear, and together we will continue to build a Ghana of sustainable growth, prosperity, and dignity for all. Mr. Speaker, at this very important juncture, in this chamber, Bawku Central and the issues in Bawku were mentioned. I have kept quiet and I did not say anything, and I said that and I acted that way for very good reason. The conflict in Bawku, which is about chieftaincy and who is the rightful chief of the place, was a matter that came up as far back as 2021. It resulted in a lot of violence. Many people died, and President Akufo-Addo referred the matter to His Royal Majesty, the Otumfuo, to deal with. Because the Otumfuo was dealing with the matter, I decided never to comment on that matter, because commenting on it would have undermined the authority, the dignity, and the majesty of the Otumfuo. So in spite of all the provocation and the things that were said in this chamber, I kept quiet and said nothing about it. I now want to report to you that His Royal Majesty, the Otumfuo, presented his report to His Excellency, the President. He concluded that the rightful chief of Bawku and the Kusasi traditional area is the Zuguran Asigri Abogrago Azoka II. And he made further recommendations that we hope, if implemented, will bring peace, will bring law and order, and will ensure security of lives and property in the Bawku area. Mr. Speaker, I stayed away from the constituency for very good reasons. I stayed away for very good reasons. And I can assure you that we are all trying very hard to deal with a very, very delicate matter. Many of you in this chamber, you don't understand. But I have tried very hard to maintain my calm, my cool, in the face of extreme provocation. But I want to assure you that no matter what you say, and no matter what you do, I, Mahama Ayariga, will never be provoked. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.